gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here all over again. It is the Off the Dome show. Hosted by yours truly. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right? I am doing okay, as you can tell with the all black going on. It's not hot. We are still in our winter stages, if you will, and it is not pretty. And it's not for the weak. So yeah, for all those who are out there traveling or just being outside to begin with due to work, A, God bless you, and B, hopefully y'all are able to find some more while y'all are out there, and hopefully y'all not out there long, because like I said, it is not hot. So wow. Well, as y'all can see from the title of this video, this episode, if you will, the NFL season's over. Celebration for my Philadelphia winning Super Bowl is never over, but nevertheless, it's still all right. So that will never be over, at least for me, anyways. In any that you come across, this will never be. Like I said before, but the NFL season is over. NBA season just is really starting to pick up, especially after last night. Coming back from the All-Star break. What a classic that was. So yeah, we got a lot to dive into with the NBA, my thoughts on the All-Star game, and a lot more. So let's get right into it, man. So watching the All-Star break was like, it took me for a loop. It really did. I think everybody watching this probably were trying to figure out how bad it could get. And it was bad. It was bad. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was more runtime on the commercials and the breaks than the actual games itself. I think the games itself were a total of like 30 minutes or something like that. Yeah, not good. Not good. But here's my thing on the All-Star game, and we actually debuted a new thing that we're doing on Thursday morning. The dose. We host based on X, where we kind of like and one of the topics was about the All-Star game, and yours truly was on there, along with Ash Fair, the Boss Man Joe, Bears fan Dan, my brother from another mother, Mark Wilson, fellow Eagles fan. And we were talking about the All-Star game, and I shared with him my perspective on everybody who like having issues with the lack of effort and the lack of competitive, if you will, with the All-Star game. Okay. Hear me out. Imagine your job says, hey, you done a spectacular job so far this year. You have led our company to great heights. To reward you, you and your family, and take anywhere you want for vacation. And we'll be back on Monday or whatever day that you come back. But you're out of here, so don't worry about the job. Just take you and your family, have a good time, and we'll see you when we see you. Right? So obviously you're like, oh hell yeah, this is cool. That's cool. They're taking care of the equipment and everything. We just gotta show up there and have a good time. Fantastic. Let's go. And then in the midst of you know, being down there, you get to the location and the job calls you and says, hey, I understand that we set up this vacation for you, but while you're on this vacation, we have some work that we still need you to do while you're gone. I need you to work just as hard as if you were there Monday through Friday. I don't know about you, but what I would do with that phone is I would look at it, be like, what? Hang up and continue having a good time and let that be that. So the reason that my point being is that for these players, the All-Star break is called an All-Star break for a reason. All-Star weekend for a reason. This is their bye week. This is their time to just have a good time, to bring their families along and to spend time with them. Like, that's what it's for. Obviously, we would love for everybody to be competitive and things of that nature. That's fantastic. The problem is that this is still their time off. This is their break. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're going to have to forgive them if they're not working as hard as if they were to be playing a primetime matchup against the Boston Celtics. It's not happening. And I just think that when we put that in perspective, like, we would probably view it a little bit different. And I have a lot of people that's like, oh, well, what if we just put an incentive there and you know, just go about it that way? Incentive for what? For someone that's getting paid millions of dollars to play this game? What incentive is there? Now, I have Dan brought up a point in the station where he said, you know, with baseball, with their All-Star game, whoever wins it gets home field advantage for the World Series, which I think is insane. But yeah, that adds a little bit of a motivation to play. But let's see. I think another issue you dive into as well is, and I'm about to get into it. Obviously, correlation is not causation, I understand that, but you also have this other issue that people are not talking enough about, which is, all right, it's cool that you want them to play hard. What if they play hard to the point that they have a season-ending game? And what? Oh yeah, thank you for such a great question. And we're gonna have to wait until next year to see you play again, and hope and pray that you're the same. Look good. So I mean, it's one of those things where they're obviously taking that consideration from a health standpoint, from the fact that they're just going there to have a good time. They were selected by their peers, by fans to be there. Like, you're just there to have a good time, just like you and me. And it's kind of hard for them to be competitive when they were sent there for an All-Star break. It's a lie. Whatever it is, it's not like full-on work. That's what that is. That's what that's based on. So I mean, y'all can keep coming up with different ways to fix it. This one-on-one tournament stuff, like, I guess, but again, this is their break. This is their time to decompose, to breathe. If you have any ailments, you have some injuries going on, this is your time to get yourself together, to spend time with your family. Everything that the break is intended to do. So, I'm sorry. We may or may not ever get the same level of competitiveness ever. I don't know. It's no longer, it's not a money thing. It's none of that. It's literally the fact that an All-Star break, it's a bye week for them. It's their time to rest. It's that simple. Also, I want to talk about Victor Wembanyama, who, as of the making of this episode, yesterday we found out that he's out for the season, and he's out for the season due to blood clots in his shoulder. Not good. Obviously, with me being in the San Antonio area, I've only been to one Spurs game so far this season, and the one game that I did go to, Wemby didn't play. So, I mean, it was cool for me to see SGA play in person. It was cool to see Jalen Williams play in person. It was cool to see all those guys play in person when we play. So what the plan was me and one of my buddies were going to watch the Mavs and the Spurs next month. They're back to back. And we were anticipating that we were going to see Wemby and Anthony Davis. That happened, and it's one of those things where, you know, obviously you feel, you know, your heart goes out to him because he really cares about the game, and he really puts his best foot forward, and it shows. I think he was on pace to be the best player here, which in his second. Kind of nice. You know, that's how fantastic he's been this year, and for him to go out the way that he did this year is and I think the way the Spurs played last night against the Suns at home without Wemby, I think it was very inspiring from the perspective of, like, look, this is a brutal loss. I don't care how the season's going. You want to see how far Wemby can develop. That's what this year is about. Obviously, you're not in the conversation to win a title yet. None of those things. So you're just trying to see just how dominant Wemby can be and who we can actually put around Wemby to make this function. And we're seeing all of that. And then when they made the trade for De'Aaron Fox before the All-Star break, it was like, oh hell, De'Aaron Fox, Wemby, the rest of the season, it's gonna be fantastic. You gotta start. And yeah, so Wemby, prayers go out to you, man. I know this is not easy. for him. But yeah, man, it's brutal loss. And yeah, they can't really catch I think everybody has kind of forgotten that, Greg Popovich hasn't coached for most, if not all, of this season due to some of his health issues. So, yeah, first they got some losses that they had on their table, but I just think the way that they played last night, Chris Paul going insane to start the game and manner that he did with De'Aaron Fox. I mean, obviously, like I said, he's not going to shock the world and end up in the playoffs or anything like that, but I think the way that they battled it against the Knicks last night, and I think De'Aaron Fox played was something that for the foreseeable, especially how they're going to factor him in on offense fully. When Wemby gets him back into the fold, what that all entails, what that all looks like, it's just gonna be crazy. It really is. So I'll be interested to see. Yeah, so yeah, it looks. I'm not gonna be. Actually, I don't know. I've always wanted to see De'Aaron Fox play. I've always wanted to see Kyrie play. So we'll play it by ear. I don't know. But yeah, man. It's not good. Not good at all. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Before we get into the my thoughts on NFL and their free agent class, if you will. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with you.
In 2006, we founded Yeti Coolers with a simple mission: build the cooler we use every day if it existed. One that was built for the serious outdoor enthusiasts rather than for mass discount retailers. One that could take the abuse we knew we'd put it through, out in the field and on the water. One that simply wouldn't break. We decided early on that production innovation would come from necessity and first-hand experience, not from market research and data analysis. Today, Yeti products perform when it matters most. Whether that be an excursion into the remote Alaskan wilderness, chasing redfish on the Gold Coast, or just getting together with friends in the backyard, we make gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder. #built.
Streetwear is not dead. The next wave of black fashion comes out of the Bronx, New York. Rich Kid Clothing, picking up where FUBU, Rockaware, and Kyle Kanai left off. Rich Kid is for the next generation of Get Fly fashion heads. Use promo code MELLOW23 for 15% off your next order. And for orders over $100, there is free shipping. Again, use promo code MELLOW23 for 15% off your next order.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Off the Dome show. I'm your host, Thomas Brown Jr., as you can see on the screen here. So I've already gave my perspective on the All-Star game, what a classic that was. Shared my thoughts about Wemby's injury news, which was very unfortunate. Ooh, can't count. And Now, let's go back to the NFL for a second. Obviously, we're at that stage in time where we want football back. So the closest thing we want to get to it is a bunch of reports and a bunch of rumors and all these different conversations that's being had before we get to start free agency and before we get to the combine and then hopefully the draft. So forth. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Outside of Trey Smith and E. Higgins, guys who are 26 in their primes, or not even in their primes yet. This free agent class is not the greatest. A lot of guys who they have the name but have some sort of stain. Okay. Chris Godwin, Super Cup, is on the trade block now, apparently. Stephon Diggs, they're looking to try to figure out if they can move him, which I think is crazy how time flies. It's like this yesterday he was tweeted or there's a lot of guys that are on that's in that free agent market. It's kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's not really impressive. Obviously, if you are a team, a contending team that just needs to, fill a position, definitely you want to do that. But outside of that, these aren't big splashy moves being made with the guys that are in free agency this year. Keenan Allen is another one. Some of these guys who have, they have the name, but given the year that they had, won't be the same, or we have questions about, which is not good. So I just think that I don't know. I think free agency is going to be pretty rough for a lot of these teams. Obviously, with the salary cap this year, yet again, which I feel like we should be to a place where that's not being breaking news. Maybe news, but going and growing. This TV deal's kind of nuts. It's bound to happen, guys. We have that. But I just think this free agent class I don't know, man. It's like Chris Godwin's a prime example. This guy had a solid season, then his ankle snapped. So we don't even know we don't know what type of production he's going to have next. I hope for the best, obviously, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. That's not good. Keenan Allen, we were talking on the Spaces yesterday, and mentioned that he's looking like he wants to come back to Chicago. I don't know. We got to see how that works. It's just it's too many things going on right now, especially in that free agent pool. That's I don't know. And then this overlooming issue as well with this whole Miles Garrett trade and this Micah Parsons trade issue that's going on. that's kind of putting a hold on a lot of things. Like a lot. Which is crazy. It's just crazy. So I think that more than anything else, shit. Like I don't know. And just the amount of teams who actually could possibly get Myles Garrett is insane. Now, Myles Garrett, who he stated, made it very loud and clear that he wants to go to a winner. He wants to win. And I think ultimately with him saying it without saying it, is that look, Cleveland's trapped with Deshaun Watson in that contract, and we suck terribly. And I've been a part of a lot of seasons where we suck terribly. Now, did we have a couple stints in the playoffs? Sure. That one playoff Baker Mayfield had 2020 or 2021. Yeah, it hasn't been consistent. We literally had the injury bug that bit in the ass, all different types of things. Except I've been the main force. I've been the consistent guy, week in and week out. Actually, favorite quarter, and I need to be doing that already. Now, see, the problem with Myles Garrett is those the aspects of doing him on your team. The problem is that not only do you have to give up a premium for him, which you're going to have to do, you're going to have to pay him as well. And I think with that alone, you're going to run up into a lot of issues that I think a lot of people are probably not willing to do, which I know that sounds crazy to say, but it's the reality of it. So, the Lions, we could see that. Buffalo, I can see that. I mean, if you want to break the internet, have us get them. The Eagles got them. That's crazy. I don't think that happened. Washington is another one. They have the cap space for sure. I don't know. Outside of that, like I can't really think of any teams right now who. I mean, Houston, would Houston make a huge splash? I don't know. I really don't think Cleveland and Houston should be treated like that. For obvious reasons. I ain't gonna lie. But that's just me. Maybe they may mess around and be like, you know what, let's do this song and dance all over. I don't know. Yeah. That is the issue that you have with Myles Garrett and those trade concerns. Chicago, who, after talking in the spaces yesterday, apparently they have the money in the cap space. And they have the draft capital that they're willing to sacrifice. I don't know how much of it you want to sacrifice, but yeah. That's a thing. I can't see a team like San Francisco. I don't know. They got a whole lot of other wants to trade. Trying to figure out what the number is for Brock. I don't know. Brand probably doesn't work. So I don't know. does have a market, and he does have teams that are willing to do whatever it'll take to get him. I just think that premium on top of having to pay him is going to be a cautionary tale at for any. But I think the most interesting prospect is Michael Parsons. Now, obviously, it's not a trade swap or a shop. We all know, we've all seen what Jerry did with CeeDee Lamb and Dak this past offseason, how well that boded for them. And they're looking to do the same thing with Micah, which I think is idiotic for so many reasons. But I mean, it's not together by default. So they're already making ill-advised decisions when it comes to their star players. But Micah being traded is not out of, that's not out of proportion, ladies and gentlemen. And if he becomes then we're really going to have a conversation, because Myles Garrett, although he's had a fantastic career, double-digit sacks year in and year out, fantastic player, he's 28. So, of all those things that I've already mentioned, he's also getting to starting to leave his prime / starting to get up to the age at 28 for his position. So, with that being said, we got to take that into consideration. What if the guy that's younger than him and change your entire defense just by his play alone? Now, obviously, we all know that Michael Parsons' run is what's the best way for me to say this? Oops, sorry, wrong thing. Sheesh.
Not good.
Yeah, Parsons against the run. We all have seen the clips. We've watched him play. Him against the run is not the greatest. But he's an extreme pass rusher, and that's where he makes his money. And if he becomes available and he honestly gets shopped, I think if you're Dallas, I think you're not even picking up the phone if it's not 2-1, a 2, and a future 3 or a 4 down the line. That's how much you put. Problem is, Dallas. Dallas had this thing where they just love. I mean, love. Let's we need to be patient. You don't have to get it. All right, man. If there's one thing I know about Mike in Dallas in that draft. But I also know that he is about sick and tired of having to deal with the circus of, the management team up there. I just know he is. I know he is. So if he becomes available, then you have to have a conversation. Do you want Myles Garrett or do you want Mike Parsons? Do you want Mike Parsons or do you want Myles Garrett? That will be a long-standing talking point. Not the entire offseason. They really traded. But I don't know. I don't know. I think that's that's the wild part. If Micah wakes up one day and says, "Man, this is ridiculous," I said, and I'm playing with you. Get me out of here. If that ends up being on the headline, I'm free agency is fucked up. The trade market is fucked up. Everybody's screwed. Everyone's screwed. Because now it's like, whoa, guys looking for you. You're gonna be on a second contract. Okay. So then you wonder if a team like Baltimore could mess around and be like, hey, let's see what we can do to pay a premium. Does a team like this sounds enough, but in fact they're willing to pay the Chargers, they could take a splash move and trade for him if they wanted to try to subside the fact that they're losing Will Mack and Joey Bosa. That's possible. Sheesh. It would be a joke because I don't think very many teams ever really trade in division. But if he ends up with Philadelphia Eagle, I promise you, bro, it might get ugly. It might get ugly real fast, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If he ends up a Philadelphia Eagle when all this is said and done, bro, I promise you, man. This will never end. This really happens. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's my thing. And also, before we get out of here, I want to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals and their whole ordeal with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and I talked about this on the videos. And I said this about this whole season. I'm like, I better not hear a single peep from the Bengals organization about how strenuous of this offseason that it'll be to pay all these guys. Because you've had multiple opportunities to get together to pay Jamar Chase before this season started. Chose not to. Had a chance to take care of T. Higgins and chose not to. You knew Trey Henderson was going to be chose not to. Guys, like, the thing is, bro, if I'm Joe Burrow today, I'm be like, nah, bro. I know I told him to get this, and this probably, but hell, I'm not giving y'all a single dollar from my contract. Figure it out. Really did. They got him a Super Bowl. I'm not doing a thing. I'm not doing a thing. Don't even sit up there. Don't even ask me. Don't call me. Don't text me. Nothing. I ain't answering shit. It's not happening. Get it done. Because every single year, your cheap ass didn't want to pay this guy. Didn't want to play that guy. And the next thing you know, we see them on a different team and they end up playing well. And it's like, oh, what team did they play for? Oh, Cincinnati. Why isn't he with Cincinnati anymore? Long. Jesse Bates. Like, guys, come on now. What are we doing? So, figure it out. Pay them. Or I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this. NFL fans, get ready now. If they don't get this done, best believe Joe Burrow within the next 2 years is going to one out of Cincy. And when he does, it will be very, very much so legitimate. Can't no one get mad at him. Can't no one get mad at him. Because see, my old additive when it came to these players that want all this money and want the contract and things that nature was, okay, well, if you want the money, understand that you're not going to have the roster you used to have. Some people are going to have to own that because of this. Well, if memory serves me right, Eagles signed Jalen Hurts to a 5-year. I believe it was cheaper than anticipated. I think it was over $200 million. Yeah. And which, by the way, still got Saquon. Was still able to have new deals for both A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and the offensive line with Dickerson and Mailata. Like, guys, this is not. It can't be this. It can't be this. Now, who knows? Does it bite them in the ass later? Who knows? Who cares? Who cares if you're winning? Who cares if you're going to stay in the NFC Championship? Who cares if you're going to stay in the Super Bowl? Who cares if you win the Super Bowl? Who wants to talk about that? Who wants to talk about Jalen Hurts' contract? Why? What are we doing? So for me, it's like, y'all need to get this done. And if I'm the world, I'm not giving them a single dollar. We're going to figure this shit out. Because y'all can be cheap all you want to. I promise you, be cheap, and I'll give you reason. To be, you're going to have to pay. And I don't care. I don't care if it's going to have to cost you millions upon millions of picks for them to trade. I do not care. You wanna be on? You wanna play on my time? Let me go for another year where I lead the league passing yards, passing touchdowns, complete percentage. Yeah, my team is not in the playoffs. Let me see that shit. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win out, and it's not even gonna be a conversation. It's not gonna be a, oh well, he just and what has he done to ask for a trade? Literally, he's done everything. So that's what's on the line for Cincinnati. They don't get any of this done. If they don't get any of this done, I'm telling you, bro, Burrow is gonna be looking for a way out. If he hasn't already, he's gonna be looking for it. And there shouldn't be a single human being, even if you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, you should not feel some type of way like this. Should. He did his part. He's done his part throughout this entire time. So, I don't know what else you want him to do. I don't know what else you want him to do. So, Cincinnati definitely is under a lot of pressure and to knock it out. For everyone's happy. If they don't, it's going to get real ugly real fast. I can tell you that. So, that's just my thoughts on that. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Off the Dome show. Again, we do this every Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all want us to keep this time here, or would it be more suitable to push it to a different time? You let me know. Just trying to beautiful. So let me know in the comment section. Let us know in the comment section what's your thoughts. Follow me here. You see on the bottom of the screen at _ here on X. I promise. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. X, Instagram, you'll see me there. I'm actually when I get out of here, I'll be working on my first we start seeing that soon. But yeah, man. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, follow us on all of our platforms: TikTok, Team MBS Media, X, Team MBS Media, Instagram, Team MBS Media. We drop daily content every single day. Something new, something fresh for any and everyone. So tune in, check it out. Thank you all so much. And we'll see y'all next time, baby. Fly equals fly.